guys, welcome back to Look Who's Talking Podcast, a podcast created for your voice to be heard while having heart conversations intended to spread love, encourage healing, and embrace vulnerability. We are back with a brand new episode. This is a solo episode. It's just me on the couch today by myself. As you guys can see, we got a brand new setup, a brand new scenery. I'm liking it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because y'all know we was at home in the comfort of my home, and I had told Dre, I said, I'm kind of ready to just start winging away from my house because that's my safe space. And you know, you can't let everybody in your house. Yeah, so I'm just trying something new. So do me a favor, make sure you guys go like, comment, and subscribe. If you're not doing nothing, if you're watching this right now, just click that subscribe button to make sure you become a part of the conversation with us. You guys know on Sundays I do film, and I do pretty much have a recap for you guys on Sunday in regards to my pastor, what he preached about. But guess what? I am filming before church on today. So literally when I leave here, I'm going to go ahead and go to church to get the word. So I got to give you guys a little bit of inspiration of my own, right? So you guys will see this on a Monday, fresh start, brand new week. So just for some encouragement, I pray that this week victory shall be your portion this week. Peace shall be your portion. Joy shall be your portion. When you go into this week, I want you to go ahead and serve notice on the devil that this is my week. I will not be defeated. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Look, let me tell you, go into this week, and I want you to go and step into it like, yeah, stand on business this week. Don't let nothing distract you. Don't let nothing defeat you. Don't let nothing make you feel like you can't, because you can. So remember, we going into this week and what? We overtaking it because it's already yours. So I want you to know that again. Victory it should be your portion this week. You're gonna make it, okay? That's all we got for you today for inspiration. So it's me by myself. On today, you guys, it was supposed to be me and my best friend. She stood me up, and I'm mad at her for that. Well, not really she stood me up, but she had a little family engagement going on. So it's just me by myself. Oh, I have my videographer Dre mic'd up because he gonna talk to me from behind the camera today. So I was just saying what I wanted to talk to my viewers about today. So today, this one is for the ladies. We're gonna have us a little girl chat. It's just me and y'all. We gonna just be chatting, okay? All right. So on today, we're just going to talk about everything under the sun that women go through, what we experience, and things like that. So lately, let me tell y'all what I've been going through lately. Okay, I'm 29. Y'all know I'm about to make 30. Well, if you don't know, I'm about to make 30 as February 1st. I cannot wait for my 30th. I'm doing it big. That's a milestone. Yep, February 1st. Yes, I know. Me and Dre, same birthday. I'm telling y'all, yeah. So I'm about to turn 30. And of course, I always, if you don't know me, I'm gonna tell you I've always kind of been skinny my whole life. Like, skinny just straight up and down. So I always told myself that if I had gained a little weight, like I'll be fine, with picking up a little few pounds. I'm like, I'm about to be 30. I want my grown woman look a little weight won't hurt, right? And so me and food and Starbucks have this love relationship. So let me say y'all, baby, Starbucks. I love me some Starbucks. So this past weekend, we had a women's conference at church. And I was one of the panelists on the panel. And so I don't know, well, you girls know if you wear the little dresses that like fit up in here and then sprout out, a lot of times those dresses are best for motherhood, for about to be mothers. They wear those when they are expecting and carrying. So yeah, I had my little dress on. I'm talking about was real, real cute. Just knew I was cute. So I'm on the panel discussion. We talking to one of the panelists. So after we get done, y'all, one of my church members, I love her to death. She walked up to me and she was like, come here, my baby. Let me ask you something. So, I'm just blind and like, oh, yes, ma'am, what's going on? Rubs my stomach, y'all. She touches my stomach and go say, what's up, my girl? You expecting? You got a little baby in there? I said, huh? What's up, my girl? You expecting? I said, what you trying to tell me? I'm picking up weight? Like, what is this? Y'all, I was too embarrassed because I'm like, not you telling me Basically, you telling me I'm picking up weight. So let me tell y'all something. If a woman just starts to get a little thicker than usual, y'all, that don't mean we pregnant. Don't be asking me, am I pregnant? Like, I know I done picked up a few pounds, okay? Like, I get it. Your girl know. I know. Don't. Y'all, she asked me, was I pregnant? I was too embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, you just trying to tell me that I didn't gain weight? I know I know you lying to me. Y'all, so let me tell y'all something. Again, if y'all see a woman, don't be out here just asking us, are we pregnant? Because we done picked up a few pounds. Like, again, I'm about to be 30. So a little weight gain, it won't hurt. So there was one strike. So my mama at home, y'all, she watching the episodes. Y'all know last week I did the episode with my first lady. She tells me, "Ooh, girl, you getting a little thick, huh? You look a little healthy on there." I said, Mama, are you serious? What? I'm just saying, you done picked up a little weight. You getting a little healthy. I said, y'all got to stop. I said, one thing the black community is going to do, baby, they going to let you know you is picking up gaining weight. I said, Mama, I'm glad this is not something that I am struggling with internally about my weight because, baby, in this season, y'all just calling it out for what it is. And I'm just like, again, I know I am picking up a little weight and I am okay with it. However, if it becomes a little too much to where I can't deal with it no more, then I'm going to go and get in the gym. So I'm like, these people is really around here, y'all. They playing on my top with this weight. I'm like, I get it. I done got a little too happy with the food. Me and the food been loving on each other a little too much. But y'all got to stop coming for my weight. Yeah, I don't know if I was triggered or what. It was the am I pregnant? I said, for one, I don't even have a potential baby daddy, husband, boyfriend, or none of that. Like, you got to be doing something to get pregnant. Y'all, she asked me. So I said, you know what, but I'm going to burn that dress. I'm not wearing that dress. No, I'm not wearing that dress no more. But I'm like, again, you can't just be asking people that. Like, women, our bodies go through so many changes. I'm like, I could have just been bloated that day. Like, how you gonna just ask me? Y'all, she rubbed my stomach and everything. She rubbed my stomach and everything. And again, I love her to death. Oh, I love her. I love her so much. And I know she didn't mean no harm at all. Like, I love her to death and I know she didn't mean no harm. But I was just too tickled because I'm like, not you asking me, am I pregnant? Instead of just, I said, you trying to tell me I gained weight? Okay, I got it. It's cool. I know your girl done picked up a few pounds. Y'all can see I got my little baggy shirt on today because I'm like, I know I got a little back rows, little muffin top. And then again, the camera put an extra 10, boy, they say the camera put an extra 10 pounds on you or something like that. So y'all might see me on this camera and be like, man, Oneisa picking up weight. It may just be the camera. Golly, y'all, she hadn't got me. I had told my sister and everything about it. We was crying laughing. I said, y'all, but not the people calling me out about my weight. So I just wanted to talk about that because again, like I said, our body go through so many different changes. It be a lot going on, baby. One day we may be thick 1 month, next month we may be slim fine. But y'all, I'm gonna get in the gym. If y'all trying to tell me to get in the gym, I'm going to get in the gym. I'm gonna start gonna work out with my best friend so we can get this under control because y'all had did something to me. But I had just wanted to share that with y'all. It was just so funny. It was really, really funny. And I used to be one when people used to be like, when women used to kind of get triggered about that question in regards to asking them as they pregnant, I used to be like, it's not that deep. But y'all, now that the shoe is on my foot, it really is that deep. And I see why y'all be getting triggered or upset when people be asking y'all, are y'all pregnant? Like, I understand. Don't be asking me that. Then I'm like, not even that. You just have so many women who be trying to conceive, who suffers with miscarriages. You don't just ask nobody that. Like, you don't know what people be dealing with. But again, I get it now, y'all. I ain't gonna never say it ain't that deep no more because it is that deep. Like, it really, really is that deep. And so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. But of course, you guys know, if you guys had watched the previous episode with me and my first lady, we kind of, discussed, and I kind of revealed some things about me, like in regards to dating, like why I don't let my guard down and things like that. And I kind of just wanted to reflect and talk about that conversation and what that was like. Um, and it really made me want to talk about it because my mom, y'all, she touched my heart. Oh, she made my heart smile because she had watched the episode or whatever, and she had came to me and she was like, "Come on, my baby, let's talk." Mind you, y'all, I'm a big third, finna be 30, and for some, my mom always called me her baby, which is I am her baby, but she was like, "Come on, my baby, let's talk." So I said, "What, mama? What you want to talk about?" I watched the episode. Why you didn't ever tell me, you felt so safe. So I'm trying to play it off. I'm like, Mama, what you talking about? She said, I watched the episode with you and First Lady, and you had kind of, talked about the childhood struggles and like what you went through and why you don't become attached to stuff, like you're so used to change. She said, why you never share or tell that to me? I said, well, Mom, at the time I didn't really know that. Like, this was something new that was revealed to me in regards to going back to the little girl in me and trying to see or trying to figure out why I never feel safe with people. And so she was just like, I just want to talk to you. I just want you to kind of start working through that and letting that go because, yeah, I wish, guess what she gonna say to me? Because you got to get married. What? Like, what? Like, I get it, Mama, that you was concerned. But my mama told me, we got to start working through it and figuring out. I know y'all childhood wasn't easy. Like, I want you to overcome that because you got to get married one day. I said, wow. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, people was coming to me left and right. Like, I said, oh, She said, I got to get married one day. And she told me that she wanted me to kind of start getting over that. But it just really made my heart smile to know that even though I am grown, my mom still care in that way to want to go back and revisit those scenes to see, like what is wrong with my child. Like, and she asked me, yeah, it just touched my heart though, because she said, well, do you feel safe now? Are you safe now? I said, yes, Mom. I feel safe with you guys, with family. I said, now, of course, when it goes to me and a relationship, we're gonna revisit this conversation in regards to me like being willing to open myself up and things like that. But she was really concerned about me just being safe and how I can let this wild down and again because she want me to get married one day. Don't forget that part, y'all. And so I was talking to my friend. Y'all know I tell y'all I got therapist friends, right? So I was talking to my therapist friend Khadijah, and we was talking about the episode, and she was like, oh, yeah, she said, I kind of figured that what was going on with you. I said, well, girl, why you didn't tell me that? Well, because you wasn't ready. She was saying, because you wasn't ready, and I just kind of wanted you to be ready. A lot of times people have to acknowledge it on their own, and they have to accept it. She said, but I used to always say, like, there is something deeper. Like, Onicia has her guard up. Why does she have her guard up? Why don't she get attached? Like, why do she easily become detached from people or whatever? And I said, you should have told me that. She was like, I did, but I just wanted to wait for the perfect moment. And so we kind of went into conversation and we was just talking about safety, and she asked me, she was like, well, what does safety look like for you? Like, even when you go to dating and you start pursuing, or a guy started pursuing you, like, how are you going to know you feel safe? Like, what is going to make you feel safe? Yeah, I tell myself I'm ready to date, but then when people get to asking me these questions, I'm like, okay, you got to go back to the drawing board. So now I want to tell you guys, I am open to dating, but I am trying to discover what makes me feel safe, what does not make me feel safe. Again, because it's still learning. You wake up every day, you learn something new about yourself. So for all you people who want to say, oh, she about to be 30, she should know what it is that she want out of a relationship. I know what it is that I want out of a relationship, but I am still discovering what makes me feel safe, what don't make me feel safe. So all you judgmental people, hold y'all opinions, because you girls like the tussle. So I still am trying to discover what it is that makes me feel safe in a guy, again, because I've never had safety. I never felt safe. So I don't really know what that looks like. So I'm not scared to just be open and say, oh, I'm still trying to figure out what it is that makes me feel safe in a guy. But I feel like that is something that a lot of women have in common when it comes down to us dating and things like that. Major part, we want to feel safe. Like, we want to know that we can be in our feminine girl area. Like, Like we want to know we could be in our soft girl life, soft girl area with a guy. So that's something that we all long for. But sis, give yourself grace. If you don't have it, or if you're still trying to discover what makes you feel safe, give yourself grace. Don't feel like you gotta rush into nothing. Don't feel like you gotta put up this facade, or try to block out the fact that, hey, if you don't feel safe, you don't feel safe. If you're trying to figure out what makes you feel safe, you're trying to figure out what makes you feel safe. Don't give yourself grace. In this season, you are allowed it to take your time. You are allowed it to do what works for you. So again, give yourself grace. So I'm learning it. Even though I've discovered, I dropped my, even though I've like discovered what it is, now that I know what's going on with me, now I can fix it. Now I can work on it. Now I can get to it. Like now I know where this started from. I can like focus on that. I can fix what it is. And so, cause y'all used to really be out here feeling like acting like I wasn't a problem. But in some cases, only see you was the problem. Like it really, like I'm telling y'all, the conversation with my first lady, it was just so helpful to me. It was like a healing conversation for me, because there was something that I always used to have in the back of my mind, like, Oneisa, what if you are the problem? Like all these guys ain't saying the same thing about you for nothing in regards to you just so emotionally unattached. Like, and so it's okay. Sometimes we are the problem. As long as we know that we are the problem and we are trying to figure it out and fix it's okay. And so, that's where we at now. So in this season, I am definitely giving myself grace, and I am going to just work on that in regards to trying to figure it out. So I am on this is my single girl era. How y'all say soft girl like this? My single girl era. What's up, Dre?
All right, so kudos to you for being able to admit that, because I feel like a lot of times, especially these days, guys feel like women have no accountability, and especially too, like, let's just say, like, if a relationship fail, right? Everybody automatically go ask, "Girl, what he did?"
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? Like everything
do.
is always, where the lady gets the grace. But how you're saying, how you're able to recognize your faults, that don't necessarily mean though that you have to entertain a whole bunch of red flags from people, because it's like, it's one thing to know you have faults and to accept faults from other people, but it's like you kind of have to have a cap on like what you're willing to to put up with, so that way you don't find yourself in a situation that starts to like take too much away from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And I'm so glad Dre said that, because what I want y'all to know is that even though I know that I gotta do some fixing and some healing with me, don't feel like you finna come and don't come and act like you know me, because I was very transparent and I was vulnerable about this on my podcast. Don't come and try to act like you know me, because let me tell you something. Me and God got a relationship, and I talk to him on a daily, and the spirit of discernment is there. So I don't want you to feel like you're gonna come and you finna try to manipulate or play on it, or feel like, oh, I know how to move with her now because she done kind of opened up and said this. Yeah, nah. That ain't gonna work with me, my boy. Find you somebody else to play with, because I know I gotta. Let me just put that out there. Like I know that
that's
I got
real.
to.
That's
like
real.
I got to do the inner work in me. But I don't want you to feel like you about to come along and you finna play on that, or you about to manipulate that, or you finna use that to your advantage, because it ain't gonna work like that. Because again, I got a spirit of discernment, and one thing, I'm surrounded by people who pray. I pray, and then I'm surrounded by people who pray for me. So God will reveal your true intentions with me. So I don't want you to feel like you about to play on it. Thank you. Thank you, Dre. Because I had needed to say that for the people in the back who feel like they was going to be able to manipulate that. But I'm not one to be like, I own up when I'm wrong. I can't say that. Like, I'll take accountability when I am wrong, or even in dating. Like, if it was something that was my fault, I will take accountability, and I will be like, oh, that was on me. That was my fault. I feel like even my friends, my sisters, like, they know that. I tell them when I'm wrong. Yeah, I take accountability.
So with you being in this space where like you're you know where you know yourself, you're trying to grow, this, that, and the other, and you say you're open to being in your soft lady era. So I guess I'm asking this on behalf of the audience, because I'm sure they want to know.
Okay.
As it relates to you moving forward with somebody, Is it possible that you could spin the block on something old, or you just like completely trying to go forward with something new?
I'm not
With
spinning a
somebody
block
new?
on nothing that's old. And I say this because I honestly feel like if something is meant to be, it'll happen. I'm not interested in spinning a block on nobody from my past because I feel like if you were or if this was the right person for me or it was supposed to be, I feel like they'll pay attention to the details enough to
And it
know
would have
that
happened. I
it's
got you.
something deeper there. And it's okay. And let me say this, like as guys, you can have standards, you can have limits. Like you are just how females, how we can say no, this is something that I'm not willing to deal with. As a guy, you
Right,
can
right.
say that. Like I don't want you to feel like no. So even with me like dating the guys in the past, they could have been like, okay, this is just something that I cannot deal with from Onicia, and I respect that. I'm not mad about it, but it's just like now me where I'm at now, I don't see me spinning a block with nobody who I've dated in my past.
Well, let's
No,
not say
like
dated though. Somebody who was in the archives, who was like in the gym, putting up their shot, but they just ain't hit the net. Like, what about that
I
criteria?
feel like so for me, like with dating in the past, any guy who was like interested in me and I was interested in them, I gave them a shot. Like if it was legit interest there,
Gotcha.
it had to be like a two-way street. I'm the type to where like you can like me, but if I don't like you, it's just not. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So I ain't know. Yeah, I ain't had no guys in no archive. Let me think.
Every woman has guys in the archive.
Did you just hear me say let me think, Dre? I'm trying to think. I don't.
Married women have men in the archives.
No, as a
So
married woman, you shouldn't have no man in no archive. Not as no married woman.
it be like that
It
though.
do, but no, that ain't right. But I don't. Yeah, like I said, I think any guy who was interested in me and I was interested in them, like, yeah, I gave him a fair shot. It was a fair shot. And again, y'all, it's no shade to like no guy who I've dated in the past. Like, it's no shade to none of them. But I just don't. I think we just all moved on. We've all grew up. We all matured. We just kind of all went our separate ways. And it's no hard feelings, no bad blood. Then I am the type to where when I do split from a guy, I am big on doing it the mature way. I feel like nothing should have to end toxic. It shouldn't be no hate. Like we are grown adults. Let's just communicate in a mature way that it did not work. Go our separate ways. So like even with guys who I dated in the past, like I'll see them out in public. I be, hey, how y'all doing? Little friendly hug, friendly conversation. Yeah, it's no bad blood, but it's not. I don't see it for myself. No,
Gotcha.
not none of them.
So she not a block spinner. She ain't wasting gas.
No, yeah, I'm not. If I'm gonna spin a block, the Lord, it's gonna have to be the Lord Himself telling me to spin a block. Cause I don't think, yeah, like I said, I just think from everybody who I've kind of dated in the past, those guys, I just honestly think like even just from social media and all that, I just honestly feel like we have all just outgrown each other. Yeah. Outgrew each other. I don't really see how the now me and the now them will work. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm trying to think. And then when I'm saying I'm just trying to think. That don't mean it's a lot of them. I'm just trying to think. Well, I always said it was one of them who I would have spent the block on. Let me take that back.
Gotta drop the
But
name.
I ain't dropping no
Gotta drop the
name,
name.
man. Yo, I'm not doing it. I
No
always
name,
said,
no shame. You gotta
I ain't
drop
dropping
the
no
name.
name. But
How this man gonna know? He probably watch your podcast every Monday at 12 p.m.
I
He
ain't
probably
dropping.
tune in.
No,
and
I just out of respect, I ain't dropping no name.
Right,
like
bet.
I'm not. But I do always say it was one who, if the opportunity presented itself, I would have. But I'm not sure if I would. If I would now, I ain't gonna give too much detail.
Nah, you said it already. You would.
No, I know. I said I used to say it back in the gap, but now
Gotcha.
I don't know. I don't really know if I spin a block, and I ain't gonna get no detail because But
that's fair.
Yeah, it was
Mystery Man, whoever you are, you got to start tuning into this podcast, man. She's
stop.
healing.
Jay around this
ready.
podcast trying to make me sound like I'm desperate. You guys, let me say this: I am single, not desperate. Okay, because girl, for my best friend though to text me, why you ain't go out on a date with the boy? I said, what boy? The 21-year-old. I said, now, Jaylene, you know I'm single. I'm not desperate, but you know good doggone well I'm not going out. I don't know, David, on 21
Hey,
year.
it sounds like Pastor and First Lady had them lined up for you though.
Mm-mm.
That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate them for trying, but so far everything has just been a fail. But I really feel like too is because you know how sometimes people get so comfortable with being single to where it be like relationships and all of that, they don't even be on your mind. Like even when I'm like, yeah, like even when I'm out in public
You
and
used to
all
come
of
in and
that,
go as you please,
it
not
don't
having to be
even be.
considerate of somebody
I'm
else's feelings and all of that
Oh, me
stuff.
and my
Yeah,
sister was talking
I
about
get it.
that, and we was just saying how we just kind of been single for a while now, to where it's just really, really like we didn't got so comfortable with being single.
But don't let that comfort stop
Oh,
you
I'm
from.
not. Yeah,
Gotcha.
cause to my husband, if you are out there, and if you are watching this, come save me, please,
He
please.
watched the podcast, but he seemed like he more of like a Apple Music listener than like a
Come,
than a
come,
YouTube
come.
guy.
If you're watching this, come, cause it's hard out here for a pimp. Not a pimp, but you know, yeah. But yeah, I'm that is something, because sometimes we do get so comfortable in being single to where we just be like so oblivious to when guys are interested, when they are trying to shoot their shot. We just be like so oblivious to it because again, you get so comfortable with being single. So it's like now I have to learn all over again how to be in a relationship with somebody, how to consider people's feelings, how to communicate. Like yeah, all of that. I mean, I'm excited though. Let me say this: I'm really excited to see what my 30s will bring. Like I'm really excited about that. You know, he might be lined up in the itinerary somewhere. You know, if it's in God's will, yeah. But I'm excited to see what my 30s are going to bring: new life, new age, new outlook on life. I'm excited. I
But
am
be
excited about
encouraged
my
though,
30s
because
too.
I feel like a lot of times we say if it's in God's will, but I think also too just the fact that Eve was created was confirmation that God didn't want
He wants us.
man to
Yep.
be alone.
Mm-hmm.
So just be encouraged
Yeah.
in the fact that it was set up from the beginning
From
for
the
us not to
beginning.
be alone.
Y'all hear Dre in
You
here
know.
preaching. I'm normally the one preaching. Go ahead, Dre.
Oh yeah, we gonna pass the bucket. We gotta pay for this studio.
But yeah, most definitely, yeah. So even for my single women, like be encouraged. Don't give up on love. I want you to know that there is going to be a guy out there that is gonna come and love you whole, love you. He is gonna do what he has to do. He gonna put the time, the work, and the effort in. God has made somebody for everybody, most definitely. And so definitely be encouraged. Don't get so comfortable to where you feel like, oh, I can be doing this for the rest of my life. No, I would not be the woman with 5 cats. If you are, that's on you. Let me say this. If you are, I respect that for you. But for me, I don't want to be the lady with 5 cats. I don't want to be the rich single auntie. Mm-hmm.
And also too, I think it's a thing where just like with how God, if you look back at how God has made ways throughout your whole life, sometimes it didn't necessarily look or feel like the way you
Yep.
wanted it to. So as it pertains to relationships, I think a lot of times we have to kind of, I won't say settle or compromise, but we have to be open to like, okay, hearing from God and saying, okay,
Yeah.
look, this might not be the person that I pictured or the person that I expected, but
Mm-hmm.
you have a clear sign saying that hey, this is a person that's an asset and a blessing. So,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
definitely think when it is a person that is sent by God, that's gonna be your person. They're gonna work for you in our areas. They gonna like you guys are gonna definitely match each other. However, God is not gonna send them perfect, but He's gonna send them perfect for you. Let me say that. So don't feel like don't everybody come with, from what my first lady told me, and I am starting to accept it, that everybody comes with their own flaws. Some people may come with a little baggage. Hey, some of the baggage may be a little too heavy for others, but it may be a baggage that's just right for you. So yeah, definitely you have to know that even when it comes in God's timing, it's going to be God is going to make sure it is destined and designed and set up. This person is going to be destined, designed, and set up just for you. Y'all gonna work. Y'all gonna be perfect for each other. So even with that, like now I'm in a point where when I was in college, I used to be saying, Lord, for my husband, I want a God fearing baller. Like, I feel like you can't go wrong with a God-fearing baller, right? So even in my adulthood, I like that's still my prayer. Like, God, I want me a God-fearing baller, because for one, I feel like if you are God-fearing, if you love God wholeheartedly, baby, if you love God, you're gonna know how to love me. You're gonna know how to love all areas of me. Like, when I was younger, I used to really be saying it, but then I used to be wanting them roughnecks too. But like, nah, I really do be standing on it. I want God fearing balling, because if you gonna love God, you gonna know how to love me. If you go and consult with God about everything, come on now, you can't go wrong. You can't go. So sis, year 2024 going into 2025, that is our prayer. Lord, send us a God fearing baller, because if He know how to love you, He gonna know how to love me. Period. If He gotta talk to you, if He goes and talks to you and consult with you about everything, anything pertaining to His life, and if He come and talk to you about me, we good. Hey, because the Lord ain't gonna steer you wrong. Like, He ain't gonna steer you wrong. So yeah, I used to be saying it in college, not knowing what I was saying, but I'm really standing on it in this season, a God friend baller. But yeah, I'm open to date. I ain't dating on anything, no. And I'm gonna call a red flag for what a red flag is. Cause I do believe in that. Like, sometimes we be scared, or we don't want to, like, going into relationships and dating guys. Some stuff just are red flags, and a lot of times we don't be want to call it that. We try to, like, make it sound sweet, make it sound nice. Well, no, he's going through this, or when we started off, I did see the sign, but I ignored. Baby, don't ignore no red flag. Call a red flag for what it is. And I'm really big on it, because a lot of times when we go into stuff with guys, we be want to give them the benefit of the, and it be big red flags. Like, let me make it known, big red flags is what I'm saying. Yeah, right. Let me say that, because you can't just have simple misunderstandings. Sometimes people do just have a bad day. But I'm talking about the red flags that's on, like, the bigger scales. Please, y'all, do not ignore the red flags. Call it for what it is. And something my grandmother used to always tell all of her granddaughters: don't start nothing with a man you can't keep up. And I always keep that in the back of my, don't start nothing with a man that you cannot keep up, or nothing that you are going to be willing to keep up. So even now, like with dating, I always had it in the back of my, don't start nothing with a man that you can't keep up. So yeah, let's not ignore them red flags. The red flag is it's a red flag, and a lot of times we do that, because again, we date the potential of a guy and not the reality of them. And so we be looking over the red flags, and we be feeling like, oh, we could change this, or we could fix this. I am one to where people are going to show you who they are, and when they do, believe them. I feel like, I know people have this myth that, oh, people change, they change for who they want to change for, they change. For me, this is my belief. I feel like you cannot change a person. Only thing that's gonna make a person change is them themselves. They want to be changed. And even with dating, I always say, it's like, you cannot change no guy. A lot of times guys will make it known to you. Like, take it for what it is. If they tell you this, they tell you this. And I used to be one to get into relationships, and guys will tell me that right now they were not looking for a relationship. They was not ready for a relationship. And in the back of my mind, I used to be feeling like, oh, well, if I get to showing them all of this, if I get to showing them the green flags about me, and if I get to showing them that I could do this and I could do that, like, it'll make them ready for a relationship. And it did not. So believe them, y'all. If they tell y'all they not ready, they not ready. We cannot change it. We cannot force it. And then a lot of times we be want to get so mad at the guy, and we want to, oh, it's his fault. Technically, it ain't his fault, because he told you from the jump that he was not ready for a relationship. Like, respect that. And so for me, my perspective is, I always feel like you cannot make somebody ready for nothing they're not ready for. You cannot change a person. The only thing that's going to change a person is them themselves. The only thing that's going to make them ready is if they are ready to. So I am one. Again, I don't believe in that, and I might get a little slack. Y'all might feel some type of way, but I don't. I don't feel like you could change a person, or you could make a person ready for something they not. You can't. That's just how I feel. And people be, yeah, love is beautiful, and it is nice, but I just feel like you can't make somebody be in love with you. You can't make somebody be ready to be in love with you. You can't make somebody be ready to be in a relationship with you. So if they are telling you this, or if they are making this known to you that they are not ready for it, they are not ready for it, you cannot make them ready for it. Accept it for what it is and keep it moving. And so now, even with me, I'm like going into relationships. I want a relationship. I'm looking for something long term. That's nothing. I am all entangled out. I am all situationship out. I have it in me no more. I can't do it anymore. So when guys come along, yes, I am looking for a relationship. I am looking for something long term. If you're not looking for that, I understand and I respect it. But me and you can't be. Like, it can't, because a lot of times I just want to go with the flow. I ain't going with the flow no more. I got to know where I'm going. If I'm going with the flow, I got to know where I'm flowing to. I don't have it in me anymore. I just don't. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't. So I'm definitely now in a place in my life to where I want a relationship. I'm looking for somebody I can build with. I'm looking for something long term. I'm no longer interested in just sitting back and riding the wave. Nah, I got to know where we going. I got to know if we finna take a left or right turn, a U-turn, a detour. Like, I got to know in this season. I ain't playing no more guessing games. So ladies, make sure you guys are making it known and make sure you stand on it, because a lot of times we will see a guy, he cute and we like him, and he be like, I'm not ready for a relationship, and we be telling ourselves, but I like him. I feel like I can make him ready to be. No, you can't. Respect it. Then we be right here heartbroken when we get the hint that, oh, I'm ready for a relationship, and this man is like, I'm not ready. You know what they tell us? I told you from the jump I wasn't ready for one. And we got to respect it, because that they did. We just blocked it out, but that they did. So I am definitely now at a point to where if they tell me that they are not ready for a relationship, I respect it, but we ain't going nowhere. I promise you, the conversation ain't gonna go past go. It's just not gonna go past it, because that's not. It's really not. So that's why I'm at. Y'all, I feel like I'm rambling, but I'm not really rambling. I just wanted us to have girl chat today to just really talk about like some of the stuff that we be really experiencing, because it be really hard out here. It really do be hard out here for us. And so, like I said, I'm excited. I'm open to seeing what it is out there in the dating world. But my friend was telling me, she was like, but you gotta get out, Oneisa. I don't feel like you don't go nowhere. And y'all, I don't. I really, really don't. I be saying I'm ready for a relationship, but cause they not gonna just come to your house. Like, they not gonna just show up at your house. And true, that's facts. That is all facts. All that's facts. I can't argue with that. So I did say that I am gonna start back, getting out the house more. I just have to find stuff to do, because I feel like here in Louisiana, it's just nothing but the nightlife just consists of clubs, 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 and
Yeah.
I'm so over that. Like, where I'm at now in life, I am so over that, baby. You will not catch me in the club. You're not. And I just feel like the nightlife here, that's all it really consists of. And people already telling me I'm gaining weight, so I got to be mindful now when I be going out to eat. Because I'm like, well, yeah, we could go out to eat. Like, we could go eat and stuff, catch a movie. But yeah, people already telling me I be gaining weight, so I got to slack up on. I gotta slack up on the eating. But I said I was gonna get out more in my 30s. I was gonna start to go and like experience life more, but I just have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. It's gonna look
Well,
like me just traveling a lot, basically.
think about it from this standpoint, right? With when you said you wanted to launch a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
you were at home,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went out and did the research, and then you started putting yourself around people, because I mean you have guests too. So
Right,
like
right.
you're meeting people in these different spaces. So the same energy that you put into that with going to where these people are,
Mm-hmm.
where these like-minded people are, like vision people,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you feel like you're looking for in a guy, like go to that, go to those places,
Right. No,
and
you're
and
absolutely right.
you'll end up bumping
You're
into them, and that'll also curve you like meeting the wrong type
the
of
wrong,
dude.
yeah.
you know at least you have like a good starting point, and
Yeah,
then it might
no.
be little minor tweaks, because look, everybody got their icks,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean there's gonna be some stuff where he might be like, oh man, but all right, I'm willing to work with this.
Work with
So
it,
it's
yeah.
like, at least you'll have a good solid base.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, yeah, I can't, because I'm telling you, I feel like here in Louisiana, Baton Rouge to be exact, I feel like the nightlife really just consists of clubs. And I'm not interested in that type of guy anymore. So, and I just feel like if you go to the club, that's pretty much what you're going to track. And I'm just not interested in it anymore. And so I'm definitely said I was going to start like maneuvering, traveling more, experiencing life more outside of Louisiana to just kind of, you know, see what's out there. Cause I'm starting to really feel like that my husband may not be in Louisiana. That's what I'm starting to feel like. I'm really starting to feel like that, he might be out of town, or might be a New Yorker or something. Oh, y'all see how I said that? I have to try to put he might be a little New Yorker or something. He might be from Cali somewhere. I don't know. So I just said I did want to start traveling and getting out more to see what that's like for me. But I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what 30 bring. I'm excited to just really just enjoy life, another milestone for me. And I'm just so, so, so excited. And I'm going to make sure I bring you guys on my 30th with me. I definitely did say that I kind of wanted to just really vlog my 30th just to kind of show you guys like this is 30. I'm just so 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 excited. So I just kind of wanted today to just kind of sit and ramble and just kind of have a girl chat with you guys. Just kind of talk about a little stuff, not too much. I'm just so excited. Again, I'm still trying to figure this out. I want to make sure I'm becoming more personable with my viewers. I want to make sure that I am being more transparent with you guys, being a little more open with you guys. However, I did say that I feel like there are some things that you should just keep private to yourself. And so there are some things that I am going to keep private, but I do want to make sure that I am just building that personal connection with you guys in regards to being a little more personable, like talking about real life stuff, just having those conversations with you guys. And so I do hope today that this conversation, to any woman, to any girl, just letting you know to just be ready for what's about to come. Like, just be excited, just be happy. Even if you are stepping into your 30s, you may be past your 30s going into your 40th, like whatever it may be. I just want you guys in this season to just show yourself grace. Give yourself some time. Like, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself. There's nothing wrong with trying to figure out what it is that you don't like, what it is that you like. It's okay. Like, we may all, or some of us may be in a season to where we're still trying to figure it out. And baby, look, figure it out. Take your time. Do what works for you. Do what's best for you. Don't be living your life to try to please nobody else. Like, please yourself. If it makes you happy, then do it. If it brings you peace, then do it. If it brings you joy, then do it. So in this season, like, I just want us to just like start loving ourselves, and again, just giving ourselves grace, showing ourselves grace, because a lot of times we feel like, oh, we getting 30, time is ticking, I gotta figure it out. Look, I don't have it all figured out, and that's okay. I'm still trying to figure it out, and that's okay. So even if you don't have it figured out, that's okay. If you're trying to figure it out, it's okay. You will get there. But again, show yourself some grace. Like, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some room to make mistakes. Like, I made mistakes. This is me. I'm living. I've learned from it. Been there, done that. Hey, moving on. Don't beat yourself up about it. None of that. Like, in this season, we're just trying to figure it out, what works for me, what don't work for me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Look Who's Talking Podcast. Make sure you guys, please don't forget to click that subscribe button. Make sure you like, comment, tune in, share it, do all of that. Make sure you are tuning in. Excuse me, you guys. And don't forget, now you will get a brand new episode of Look Who's Talking Podcast every Monday at 12 noon. We will be right back here, whether if it's on this couch or the couch at home. We will be right back here having all brand new conversations, brand new guests. I just want you guys to stay to make sure. Thank you, Dre. I just want you guys to make sure that you are staying, a part of the conversation with us. And just make sure you are tuned in. And don't forget to always spread love, encourage healing, and embrace vulnerability. I will see you guys again on Monday, 12 noon. Mwah.